There are people who've been under orders to leave the country for more than 10 years, many for 20 years. So the situation has changed very much since they first received that order. I think it's very important to sincerely take those changes into account and reconsider in each situation whether it's worth granting a special permit of residence.
NHK World's Rodrigue Meyer joins us in the studio. Great to have you with us, Rodrigue.
Thank you.
So accusations of human rights violations is certainly weighty, especially coming from the United Nations. How has Japan responded?
Well, the government explained to NHK that detention have been carried out appropriately under Japanese law, but stricter immigration controls have been implemented in recent years, and longer periods have become a growing concern for both detainees and immigration officials themselves. Last year, a Nigerian detainee died due to an hunger strike at an immigration facility. In response, an experts panel was set up by the government and has seen proposed new measures. Those measures include more consideration of individual circumstances in deportation cases, reassessing whether continued detention is necessary for people who have already been held for an extended period of time. But what's interesting is that these proposals will become the basis for discussion about a revision of the immigration law, possibly as soon as the next Diet session, starting this month.
Well, what about the key issue of setting a maximum time limit for detention?
Well, unfortunately, it's been dropped for now, and the panel has also taken steps that are less promising for detainees. Those proposals are possible criminal penalties for people who refused orders to leave the country, and also possible deportations of people who've applied for refugee status, and this, if realized, could violate international law.
Well, Rodrigue, last year the Japanese government enacted a law to bring more foreign nationals into the labor force to deal with the country's decreasing population. And it seems many of these people in detention are very willing and are ready to contribute to this society.
Exactly. But authorities have been coming down harder and harder on so-called illegal residents. Many of these people are well integrated into their communities, and experts say that detention can be counterproductive for the country. Also, when they are granting a provisional release, they are forbidden to work, which means they cannot sustain themselves or their families. Fundamentally, experts say Japan's immigration procedures lack transparency, and the authorities need to explain their decision, not just by taking into account the circumstances for coming to Japan, but also their personal history and connection with this country. If not, then public misunderstanding and international criticisms will only grow.
Thank you for this report, Rodrigue.
Thank you very much.